My name is Brett Mandel, and I'm a resident of Fittler Square. Nobody is enjoying this budget crisis. Anybody who is going through their own household income and looking what they have to cut, certainly not the mayor, certainly nobody who's looking at the city budget is enjoying this. But Philadelphia's long-term challenge remains that the cost of living and doing business in Philadelphia is too high compared to other jurisdictions. The amenities that we enjoy, the quality of the services that we enjoy is too low compared to other jurisdictions. Taking advantage of this crisis to look at these long-term challenges and find ways to bring in the revenue that is owed to the city, the delinquent taxes, the fact that the Eagles owe $8 million to the city is crucial. We shouldn't be closing a single library or a single pool until we're collecting everything that is owed to the city. Because if we increase our taxes and cut our services, we're going in the absolute wrong direction. Philadelphia has to become more efficient. We have to take a look at the waste in our government. We have to take a look at the giveaways that we are giving to too many of the fat cats. And we have to make sure that everybody is paying what they owe. Only then will we be able to continue to reduce the cost of living in Philadelphia, continue to reduce the cost of doing business in Philadelphia, improve the quality of life, preserve the services that we all count on. And in this exercise, one of the things that's truly missing is budgetary transparency. We are given the choices about the budget, but we're not given the entire budget. It's a $4 billion budget, and if we went through this budget line by line by line, I'm sure the citizens of Philadelphia would see plenty of contracts going to plenty of people and plenty of entities that we would have a lot of problems with. Until we can go through that budget line by line by line, put it online, make it available to be searched by individuals across the city from their homes, that's when we'll be able to truly participate in this budget process. Until then, we're being offered choices that aren't our choices. Let's cut the fat.
I am Sue Rosenthal. I live in Northeast Philadelphia. For 40 years, I have chaired the Community Board of Public Health Center 10. I speak on behalf of the tens of thousands of Philadelphians who use all 8 health centers and have no other source of health care. Particularly because of the current economic conditions are placing more demands on these health centers. They must be kept open and fully staffed. As more Philadelphians will be losing jobs and health insurance, they will need the health centers as their only source of medical services more than ever. In fiscal year 2008, 86,000 plus patients belonged to our health centers and visited them for medical help 334,000 times. In its first 6 months of FY09, there was a 5.5% rise in patient visits, reflecting the economic turndown. In FY08, the health center pharmacies prepared and distributed 670,000 prescriptions. This year's statistics are not yet available. Last year, 50% of patient visits were by uninsured clients. So far, that is up 2% this year. Diagnosing and successfully treating heart disease, diabetes, high blood pressure, and other life-threatening diseases saves lives. If the health centers close, neglect will result in higher costs and unnecessary illness and suffering. People will die. Keeping the health centers open will save money and lives. Thank you for listening, and thank you for considering my suggestions.
Mayor Nutter, my name is John McBride. I am a 24-year employee of the City of Philadelphia Department of Recreation, a department I believe is the best non-uniform department in the city. In January of every year, it has become a tradition for the mayor to address prisoners in the Philadelphia prison system, which you did this January. And in your speech, you ended with, you have too many people in the prisons and you spend too much money there that you can't afford recreation centers, libraries, or firehouses. You made a very good point. And I know you've had to put a lot of things on the potential chopping block for the budget. I'm asking you not to put the children of this city on the chopping block. Studies have shown that it is more cost effective and cheaper to recreate than it is to incarcerate. Please do not put the children on the chopping block. As I've said, certainly with this summer coming up, the pools already, we've been told, are going to be lessened, if not completely eliminated. The amount of budgets that the Inquirer and Philly.com has pointed out, if there's 10-20% cut that could affect recreation, could be catastrophic. We can't have the children in this city running the streets without structure without guidance, without summer camps to go to. If that happens, you can rest assured the prisons will be filled to the brim, overflowing, and you won't be able to build enough facilities that you won't be able to do anything for the police, the fire, the libraries, or recreation in the future. Planting some seed money now with recreation in that environment to provide summer camps certainly is going to save you in the long run in the prison systems. Thank you. Good luck.
My name is Ronald Blunt. I'm with the Taxi Workers Alliance of Pennsylvania, representing the 6,000 taxi drivers in the city. And we're like a little disappointed when we see like people like Verizon, PECO, Children's Hospital, and them not paying taxes. And then the city is going after the most vulnerable, closing libraries, going after taxi drivers, forcing us to pay more to work at the airport. We're already losing fares at the airport. These drivers are working like 8 hours just to break even and another 4 hours to try to put money in their pockets. And we're asking the government to reconsider this. I mean, don't go after the most vulnerable people in the community. Go after those that can most afford it. We're already suffering. You know, everybody knows we're in an economic downturn. Also, I'd like to say that we need to enforce the Supreme Court ruling that the city is supposed to get money for the court system, which is costing like $100 million a year. I mean, that money has got to get, you know, so hopefully the city will do the right thing, not go after the most impoverished people in the city, and those that can most afford it, let them take care of it. Thank you.
Morley, I live down in South Philly. I'm a fire protection contractor, self-employed. I don't have health insurance. I don't have a pension. Mayor, in 1950, we had 2.1 million citizens and 24,000 city workers. Today, we have 1.4 million workers and nearly 29,000 workers. Abraham Lincoln once said, government should not do for people what people can do for themselves. Government should be as small as possible. Some municipal services are self-evidently essential and proper. Police, fire, courts, district attorneys. Others are not essential or proper functions of government. Currently we have, as you know, 80 different agencies or departments. Taxpayer subsidies of some, if not all, of the following 15 should be eliminated. Historical Commission, Human Relations, Human Services, Gas Commission, your Office on Community Service, your Office on Information Service, Emergency Shelters and Service, Office of Housing and Community Development, the BAR, the Philadelphia Commercial Development Corporation, the Philadelphia Housing Development Corporation, Philadelphia Industrial Development Corporation, the Recreation Department, the Redevelopment Authority, the Sinking Fund Commission. The Employee Benefits Research Institute has confirmed that governments spend 60% more per worker on benefits than did private sector employees. Philadelphia pays between $10,000 and $17,000 per employee for health insurance. The health benefit for individuals is $4,200. City employees must contribute more to their health benefits. The number of pension recipients in the city is exceeding the number of city workers. All defined benefit pensions must be converted to a defined contribution. Derivative financial contracts is unregulated form of gambling. You have to end it. Muni bonds should only be floated one at a time.